Picture the worst day in the history of life. A wall of heat rolls across the land, and the sky turns the color of a furnace. A massive predator staggers, ribs heaving, into a forest that is already burning down around it. Yet low in the ash, something else is moving. A small, feathered creature hops between the charred cones, cracks a seed in a hard little beak, and swallows. The rock that struck the earth was 10 kilometers wide, moving faster than a rifle bullet. The impact flung molten debris high above the atmosphere, raining down pulses of heat that set the planet alight. Then soot and sulfur choked the air. The sun dimmed and temperatures crashed. The survivors weren't dodging one disaster. They faced fire, then darkness, famine, and cold, year after year. For a 9-ton predator, that sequence is lethal. Giant bodies require massive, constant amounts of fuel to just keep running. The rocks reveal a distinct pattern to who survived. While geographic luck played its part, the survivors shared a specific set of biological traits that allowed them to weather the fire and the ice. Lacking even one of these features meant total extinction. The first barrier was famine. Sunlight is the bottom of every food chain, and when the soot choked the sky, all plant growth halted. Starvation rolled up the food chain like a tide. Look at these fossilized teeth. A team of paleontologists gathered over 3,000 teeth like these from small, bird-like dinosaurs to see how they were faring in the final stretch of the Cretaceous. For tens of millions of years, these specialized serrated edges were highly effective biological tools. But when an environment collapses overnight, a mouthful of narrow, specialized weapons becomes a liability. They are the wrong tools for a dead world. This chart shows how those lineages were faring. The variation in those teeth stayed perfectly level for 18 million years. There was no slow decline. These little predators were thriving right up to the boundary layer, and then the line plunges vertically to zero. While fresh leaves and fruit disappeared, seeds lay dormant in the dirt. A seed is a dense packet of energy wrapped in a hard shell, built to wait in the soil for years. The forests died, but the seeds remained. And the only animals able to open that hidden pantry were those holding a different tool, a simple, toothless beak capable of cracking a hard shell. The seed eaters kept eating while the hunters starved in the dark. The next wave of destruction was the global loss of forests. As debris fell back into the atmosphere, intense heat pulses ignited the planet's canopies. Microscopic spore data confirms the devastation. In the first 1,000 years following the impact, the sprawling global forests were replaced by a low-lying carpet of ferns, the signature of a burned-out world. This fossil belongs to a group called the Enantiornithes. During the Cretaceous, they were the dominant flyers of the world, outcompeting the ancestors of modern birds in almost every ecosystem. Up close, you can see tiny teeth still lining their jaws, and little clawed fingers poking out from the leading edges of their wings. For over 100 million years, they ruled the branches, but their success relied on the canopy. When the trees turned to ash, there was nowhere left to land. Every single tree-dwelling lineage died out. Only the humble birds built for running and foraging on open ground walked away. Then came the long freeze. In dropping temperatures, a giant body is a burden. It demands fatal amounts of fuel to stay warm, and a world choked in soot has almost none to offer. Small bodies require drastically fewer calories. They breed faster, and when extreme temperature pulses hit, an animal weighing less than a bag of sugar can shelter in a burrow or crack in the rock. But the cold introduced a final challenge, targeting the most vulnerable moment in an animal's life, the unhatched young. Most dinosaurs passively buried their eggs in the dirt or rotting vegetation, leaving the ground to do the work of heating them. But the ancestors of modern birds sat directly on their eggs in open nests. This direct body contact provided physical warmth. In a freezing environment, the animals capable of actively warming their own eggs had a distinct edge over those that relied on the ruined earth for heat. Consider these 4 traits together. To survive the end of the Cretaceous, an animal needed a toothless beak, a body built for the ground, a small frame, and the ability to warm its own eggs. Evolution doesn't prepare for an asteroid. These traits had drifted together in one small lineage for entirely unrelated reasons, over millions of years. This random combination of features happened to match the precise requirements of a ruined world. They didn't survive because they were the strongest. The strongest died first. They survived because, by chance, they were already built for the apocalypse. When those few surviving lineages walked out of the ash, every ecological niche on the planet sat vacant. With the ground clear and the canopy gone, they exploded outward, radiating into the 10,000 diverse species of birds filling our skies today. So the next time a pigeon struts across a parking lot, look closely. You are looking at a true dinosaur, the direct descendant of the one lineage that met every requirement for survival. The giants are gone, but the dinosaurs never truly went extinct. Every bird outside your window proves that in the wake of the fire, the most powerful thing an animal could be was small, grounded, and armed with a beak. If this rewired the way you see the birds outside your window, hit the like button and consider subscribing. We roam the prehistoric planet every week, so let me know in the comments which ancient survivor amazes you the most. Pick another journey, press play, and let's go dig up something amazing together.